Yes, well, finally our Fleming 85 Freja is in the water. The build process is over and we've enjoyed every minute. But now that we're cruising on our finished boat, we're happier than ever. The build itself went very well. We were able to design and customise the interior to any degree we chose. This went as far as cabin layouts, cabinetry, and finishes such as flooring, hardware, tapware, light fittings. And we spent many months choosing what would reflect what we wanted for the boat and what we would want around us, as we knew we would be living on this boat for an extended period of time and hopefully cruising to some far corners of the globe. And fortunately for us, as we do that, the aesthetic and the interior is exactly what we'd hoped for. It's great. And then after all the design work, all the correspondence, all the effort, it was time to splash the beautiful boat into the water once and for all so we could go from Kaohsiung in Taiwan to Subic Bay, on through the Philippines, into Malaysia and Borneo, Indonesia and Thailand, before heading on to Europe. There was still much to do. Learning the boat, understanding the technology that we now had at our fingertips, the new engines, the twin disc system, the navigation gear which we had specified out of Australia with electric, was no small task, but one made considerably easier by Fleming having all the people on the ground from the United States or Australia or Europe to help get the job done. We learnt and absorbed so much in that week, and then before we knew it, we were bunkering 12,000 litres of fuel and getting ready to head off. And with one last authentic seafood meal at the docks, it was time. Did our immigration and customs clearance, and it was time to say our final goodbyes to the beautiful people in Taiwan and head off on a 500 nautical mile shakedown trip to Subic Bay. 500 miles is a long shakedown, but the boat performed flawlessly, and apart from one or two minor niggles, it was a very easy trip. We arrived when the southwest monsoon was getting into full swing, some rain, some amazingly clear days, and the increasing risk of a typhoon, which is Asia's answer for a hurricane or a cyclone. Those first few weeks were about familiarising ourselves with the boat and navigating in a less than perfectly charted area. We used satellite imagery, open CPN, and various other instruments at our disposal to be safe and careful as we went. Regardless, it was a great opportunity to get to know the boat well and settle into life living aboard. The scenery in the Philippines is nothing short of astounding. From beautiful reef to limestone cliffs to distant hilly islands, palm tree lined beaches, white sand, the Philippines seem to have it all. We felt safe. We rarely saw another pleasure yacht. We had ample protected anchorages. Unlike life on land, we can't just pop down to the local supermarket to buy fruit and veg or protein as we need it. We need to plan those things, and we need to reprovision where we can. And in the Philippines, mostly this was done at small markets in small towns, where each day the local produce, as limited as it may be, is brought and sold to the local people for their evening meals. The simplicity of this type of commerce is enchanting, although at times it's quite eye-opening. The fish taken out of the sea in the Philippines is relentless. Whether it's moray eel, small fish, whatever it is, rays, sharks, it's all taken, and that's quite upsetting. However, that is life as they know it, and the Filipino people invariably were smiley and friendly and very warm indeed. We had a few occasions where we got to put Freja through her paces, nothing too dramatic, maybe 1.5 meters of seas. She sliced through it effortlessly with really good fuel efficiency. She's not a thirsty boat, and full credit to Fleming and Norman Wrights in Brisbane for their meticulous design and testing of the hull shape before applying the beautiful Fleming lines over the top to create such an amazing boat. I think it's exceeded everyone's expectations, ours, Fleming, and the designer. And hopefully we'll be able to share with you the technology behind the boat in some coming episodes, from the engine room to navigation to stabilizers, fuel efficiencies and so on. So we'd like to finish this video by sharing with you what we saw as we arrived in El Nido at the top of Palawan. Clouded hills, limestone cliffs and safe anchorages awaited us. We spent the following days anchored and exploring in the tender. We met beautiful local people, we dived, we snorkeled, and just enjoyed where we were on the planet at this time. So we hope we've brought a little bit of that to you today, and you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.